Boxing trilogies are never forgotten. They live in history.
The big fight, the big night, has to have been one of the most bruising heavyweight championships of all time. Warrior, everybody on their position.
Been around in the century. He won't get up for this one.
This is some kind of action.
A new heavyweight tale has captured our imagination.
I'm the lion. I'm the king of the jungle.
I'm living in Deontay Wilder's mind.
A clash of modern-day titans with fierce personalities to match.
You want it? You got it.
It's as good as what I've seen in my lifetime.
And 3 fights that are burned into our memories.
Ready?
What makes Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury so special is it becomes part of the great trilogy tradition.
In order to have a good rivalry, you need a good dance partner.
This is unfinished business.
Who else brings that kind of danger to the ring?
2 men forced each other to go into the darkest, bloodiest and most gruesome places. That's a different realm.
Tyson Fury tonight was quite brilliant, and he is heavyweight champion of the world.
Mr. Tyson Fury.
After I beat Klitschko, all 4 belts, multi-millionaire, young, good-looking, married, wife, kids, the lot. But I still didn't want to live. Look at me, I'm flying. I'm still trying to figure out what life's about, trying to find where you fit in. What does it all really mean? Nothing, does it?
He lost his way terribly with drink, drugs, massive depression. He ballooned in weight.
Thought it was over. All I wanted back then was to get some normality in his life. Be a father, be a son, be a husband, look after his family.
He was unrecognisable from the man who'd beaten Vladimir Klitschko.
But obviously I don't fit in anywhere, so I'll be searching till the day I die. I'll fit in a grave all right, though. I can guarantee that.
Does boxing bring you that happiness?
Not really. I thought it was boxing, but it's not. It's just training. I got started back training again 5 weeks ago. I'm doing really well with that. Sweating. All the time I'm training, I'll probably be okay.
Doing a nice little run around the prom, taking it very slow. But still, I've done it to myself. So I have to do it to myself and get it off. It's been 2 years out the ring. So by the time I get back in next year, it'll be 2.5 years out. We're going to lose weight today.
100%. Tyson, when I first started working with him, physically he was in a condition where it was horrendous, but that was probably 10% of how bad he was mentally.
Ben lived with me for the first few months, and he was a very good friend. The dream was never to box. It was just to lose the weight and become well again. And then I said, let's get back to boxing.
First time he got in the ring, put the gloves on, before he even threw a shot, he was smiling, and we ended up standing in the middle of the ring just laughing at each other because I could see how much he'd missed it, you know?
6'9", switch hitting, counter-punching banger. Who can't be touched, can't move, can't be rocked, can't be stopped.
He was transforming in front of our eyes.
He lost 11 stone in 6 months.
Once he gets into that heavyweight championship fighting mentality, he transforms himself.
Watch this one. Seen that before? Have you ever seen that before? Never.
Fight Night Live on BT Sport, and the return of Tyson Fury, the former undefeated world heavyweight champion. When he first bared his soul in public and said, I'm falling apart as a human being. I cannot cope. I need help.
All you patient viewers out there, it's been 2 years and 8 months in the making. Enjoy it.
Millions of people who had no interest in boxing
Who's ready for a war?
took him to their hearts because it resonated with people's own struggle.
Tyson's fight with little-known quantity Sefer Seferi was pitched at getting a shot at regaining his world title. Watching over in Alabama, the reigning champion knew he had to see this potential rival up close.
Tyson, I'm here, baby. I can't wait to see you, big mama.
He flew to Belfast, where Fury was to face Francesco Pianetta, and got too close. And the fuse had been lit.
He said to me, I'm going to fight Deontay Wilder. I said, you're crazy. I know what I'm getting into. I know the risks.
I do like what I'm seeing from Tyson Fury now.
You've just lost 10 stone, and you haven't fought in 3 years, and you've abused yourself. But are you ready for the most devastating punch in the world? No.
There's the final bell. He's had to go the distance, Fury. Hey, look at that. He's got himself Deontay Wilder's belt.
I think it was only him and I who wanted to move forward with it. Everybody else was pretty much anti it.
Did rewards outweigh the risks?
I don't know, because you get brain damage, all the money in the world's no good to you, is it?
I was talking to Shelley Finkel, who was manager of Deontay. They were underestimating him, and we went for it, and we made the fight.
I'm a knockout artist. That's what I do. You know?
Deontay Wilder fights for recognition.
He was 14-0, 39 knockouts.
Wilder's the hardest punching heavyweight of all time.
He's feared.
I enjoy it. It feels powerful.
I was concerned.
He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing.
Well, I said, you know anything happens? I'm going to hold everybody around you responsible, and I'll probably be back in jail. Because I'm not going to take it lightly when you're brain dead, I said. And them kids hasn't got a father. Really? We all wanted birching, tar and feathering for putting him in there.
How can you be so big and hide behind something so small? You know?
Wilder has everything that a heavyweight champion of the world should have. Size, speed, power. I want to feel that power.
I'm going to show you the
I want to feel the power. So how am I going to overcome that? I'll have to use brain power.
He likes to talk a lot. In boxing, you know, we're all crazy. You know, because we're crazy. We the one doing this. So you gotta be a little crazy in this sport.
Two undefeated giants of the sport risking their undefeated record.
This is the biggest fight in the world right now. I'm willing to put it all on the line. December 1st, I knocked Tyson Fury out.
You're a bum, Dosser, and that's how it is. And I'm knocking you back.
Guys, we've got to leave it there.
We're going to find
15
out.
stone on the
Come
floor.
on with it, baby.
Being sandwiched between those two lads, it was an interesting experience.
I didn't choose this as a second option.
What started as a little bit of fun gradually turned out to outright dislike.
And I
I'm
respect
knocking you
that.
back out.
And I respect that.
Tyson got in his head.
I can't wait.
At every press conference, he came out on top.
I look at him and I see a pretender, giving it the big until he gets slapped in the mouth.
I've knocked out every fighter that I've faced.
I've been looking for somebody to knock me out for years, and nobody has ever done it.
I looked him in his eyes and I told him, I'm not Klitschko. You cannot get in my head.
Los Angeles, December the 1st, a day of destiny.
Wilder, champion or Dosser, Fury, conman or king. Tyson Fury, you want it? You got it.
It's my time.
British heavyweights were dismissed in America. Given what had happened to Tyson Fury out of the ring, there were many people who simply didn't believe that he was for real.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for the bout you've all been waiting for, the heavyweight championship of the world. It's time for Wilder versus Fury. Here we go.
The idea was to outbox him and give him a boxing lesson.
I think the excitement got the best of me. I'm definitely guilty of loading up too much, but you want to give the people what they came to see.
There's the right hand from Wilder. Fury takes it.
Tyson Fury needs to be brilliant for 36 minutes, but Deontay Wilder, he just needs to be lucky for 1 second.
Fury contemptuously dropping his gloves. The Fury fans loving it. Wilder trying to really load up on that right hand and missing again and again and again.
Good right hand.
Beautiful stuff. And a nod to Wilder as much as to say, yeah, you're outboxed there.
People don't want to come and see heavyweights go 12th round. Eventually, they want to see somebody get knocked out.
He's gone down. He's gone down. All the good work. Now he's gone down.
I grazed him. It wasn't a knockout punch.
Give me them gloves, brother.
I just got caught. It's boxing. I got back up. I was fine.
12th and final round.
He was exceptional in that fight. He was winning the fight on points.
All I wanted to just go out there, just get behind the jab, just keep away from him. I didn't even want him to engage.
Wilder has to find some bombs. He has to do something, surely, to put Fury down here in this last round.
I had it in my mind that I wanted a spectacular finish, and I went out for the kill.
Oh, great shot from Fury. Terrific right hand.
And paid the price.
Suddenly, wallop.
I set my shot up, and there it was. Towering over his body on the ground, seeing that his eyes rolling in the back of his head and the position that his body laid like a murder scene, it was over.
Ventilators, stretchers, blue lights, everything bad was going through my head. When I seen him out on the floor, I just wanted him to open his eyes and get up and stand up. Forget about winning.
Were you out?
Yeah.
I will never, ever forget that moment because I was actually sitting next to Lennox Lewis. We both thought it's over.
I had a dream before that fight, and I saw myself getting knocked down in it. And I saw myself getting back up.
Very occasionally, you have things which are miracles.
6, 7. Oh, my goodness. Is he going to get up? Can he get up?
We just couldn't believe what we were seeing.
How on earth did Tyson get up?
That was seeing but not believing.
At that moment, I think people's perception of Tyson Fury really changed.
How is this man possibly getting up?
Somehow Fury has managed to get up.
Can you continue? You want to go? Walk over there and come back to me. Come
He
here.
knows exactly what is happening, even when his senses are scrambled. He knows where he is. You can't teach that.
I remember Wilder doing the old cutthroat, and his jaw dropped as he got up.
There's a shake of the head from Wilder as much as to say, what is this in there against me? How is he doing this?
If you don't nail him to the canvas, that is your biggest mistake if you're boxing Tyson Fury.
Here comes Wilder again, trying to land massive headshots. Fury crazily, his arms behind his back.
He then starts to fight.
Great punch from Fury. Where did that come from? And now Wilder's holding on.
Tyson Fury is dancing like a ballerina and potentially winning the round. And it can't happen. And it did happen.
Deontay Wilder is struggling.
The most dramatic 3 minutes of any fight that I've ever seen. It was simply incredible.
Fury somehow has come back. He said it was his destiny, and you begin to wonder.
He showed the world what he can do under pressure. He can come back from the dead.
Fury celebrates one of the greatest sporting stories you would ever see.
Bring it out! How you got up, mate? Come back like you did, mate. What courage, what balls?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a split decision. The decision is a draw.
He won that fight, he got robbed.
The draw for me was a very good result, because I thought he was going to get butchered and brain damaged.
The first thing that I'm thinking is, how's this going to affect Tyson? He come over to me, actually, and consoled me.
I'm a big believer in there's no good crying over spilled milk.
Listen, don't worry about it. Let's not make it. Listen, from what you've...
I fought and I took on the challenge,
and it paid off for me.
Fury Express continues. I'm going to look forward to the future and enjoy every minute of it.
After the drama in Los Angeles, the Fury Express rolled into Las Vegas and took the US by storm. While Wilder prepared for the rematch, knockdown by knockdown, Fury almost stumbled when he clashed with Otto Wallin.
Stay relaxed.
As the blood flowed, Tyson's father knew something had to change. Something fundamental. And he acted decisively.
Deontay Wilder! I want you next, bomb!
After the Wallin fight, I said, listen, get yourself a trainer what'll train you to knock these people cold out. And the only way you're going to do that is bulk up to your normal weight, 19 stone, forget what you look like, and train to annihilate this man.
After the first Wilder fight, in the last round, when he knocked me down, I got back up and I got into him, and he didn't like it. And from that moment on, I knew how to beat Deontay Wilder. I knew I had to go forward on him. I needed an aggressive boxing coach. This time I needed to look for a knockout.
They told me what they were going to do, and I didn't believe them. Why would you change your tactics so drastically?
I got a new trainer and I got a few new other people, but really it's the same. Training, eating, sleeping, repeating. Me and Ben, well, we've been inseparable for the last 2 years, really. So yeah, not having him here is strange. But I do text him. We have been texting on the phone, so yeah.
We had a fantastic working relationship. I'm very happy with the results there, you know. 5 fights, 5 wins, effectively. Sometimes you might disagree on some things. It doesn't mean it affects the friendship. And that was the most important thing to me.
Once you think you know it all, is the time you're about to fail. To train with someone and feel like an absolute novice again is exciting.
Sugar Hill's training methods, you either knock your guy out or you get chinned yourself.
I love the tactics change that he wants to knock out. We call it just the crunk style. Go for the knockout.
Talk about knocking me out in 2 rounds. It's going to be very dangerous for him.
I'm going to smash Deontay Wilder all over that ring, and I'm going to take him out in style, and everyone's going to say, wow, where did that come from?
He's a skillful boxer, but he don't hit hard.
I will put any money now that Tyson does what he says he's going to do. It could be over early on, but there's going to be a knockout.
I was boxing him last time when I was hurting him. He was hurt a lot in that fight. Just didn't have the energy to finish him. So this time, he really is going to fight the Gypsy King, and I'm going to take him out.
My prediction for the fight is going to be a knockout. The only difference is going to be between the first fight and the second fight. He will not get up this time.
Let's welcome to the MGM Grand, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury!
I was always made for boxing in Las Vegas. Big time boxing at its highest.
Happy with the weight, even happier with the crowd. 99% Tyson Fury fans. They've travelled, they put in the effort. Thank you to everybody who's turned up. I'm not going to disappoint.
I'm ready to go well away, baby. Bang, bang, bang.
Like it.
Bang, 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 bang.
Tonight, very simply, one of the biggest fights in British boxing history, and if Tyson Fury wins it, Britain will have control of the heavyweight division like never before. And the two of these fellas have unfinished business.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there's 3. In the west, the last one is on the way west.
Take it off. Let's do it again.
Okay.
No, not really.
Doesn't matter.
It's the same crazy feelings every time, and you don't get used to it. I just wish I was like him and more calm. You know, I'm confident in him, but the nerves is always there.
We are Spartans!
is an extraordinary outfit. And like Tyson Fury, certainly not underplaying it.
I thought he was just doing what he has to do and putting on a show for everybody.
Wilder against Fury, all the talking now over. We're underway. He said he would command centre ring and take the fight to Wilder to put Wilder onto the back foot, and he starts well.
The first round of that second fight was the 13th round of the last fight.
Wilder comes in with a right hand. Deontay Wilder catches him with full-on flush shots on the chin.
Tyson knew he'd have to take those big punches. He took those big punches and he pushed on.
He had the skills and he had outrageous self-belief.
Good jabs again, and the right hand from Fury. And Wilder again wants to hold on. He believes he's the stronger man. He's got a bit of grazing. There's a good right hand again from Fury. And Wilder looking distinctly nonplussed.
Oh, good
he's put it down! Left hand, right hand. And Wilder down. And Fury believes he's on his way to victory now.
I remember thinking, damn, it was like a couple of minutes too late. Because I predicted I would knock him down in round 2, and it ended up being in round 3.
And how well can Wilder recover from that? Fury goes looking for him, another big right hand, and Wilder's on unsteady legs. He's in desperate trouble in there, and falls to the ground.
He does exactly the opposite to what a lot of people think he will do.
That's what great fighters have done throughout history. In a particular fight, they've done something that no one imagined they would do. So whether it's Muhammad Ali standing toe-to-toe with Joe Frazier in the Thriller in Manila, whether it's Sugar Ray Leonard going toe-to-toe with Marvelous Marvin Hagler, the great fighters always have a fight in them that makes no sense. And that's what Fury did when we had the rematch.
Now, Wilder in trouble again. Big right hands from Fury, and Wilder is just fighting on instinct, trying to survive. And he looks so groggy in there, Wilder. I don't think he's got much left. And he's gone. Tyson Fury is proving himself here, the best heavyweight in the world.
He went in there and didn't just beat him, he mugged him. He absolutely beat him up. He out-bullied the bully.
It was just a totally dominant display.
He just done a job on him and he broke his heart.
He's down again, is he? The ropes kept him up. Referee allows Wilder to continue.
A shot.
Oh, right hand down the middle.
Towel's in.
The towel's in. They've thrown the towel in. The fight's all over. The fight's all over. Wow. They've thrown the towel in from the Wilder corner. And Tyson Fury is the heavyweight champion of the world.
Mark Breland, his coach in the corner, made the right call. When you see a boxer who's got blood coming from his ear and you don't know where that blood's coming from, then you've got to pull your man out.
When you're in tough fights and you're getting badly hurt, those things come back to haunt you in later life. If Breland hadn't done that, I would seriously question whether or not a third fight would have happened.
One of the most phenomenal comebacks. He is now top of the pile.
The ultimate victory is to beat your opponent at what he does best. And that's what Tyson did. He was just so convincing. I just thought that Deontay Wilder would be finished.
And the new heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson
I just showed the world tonight, everyone's suffering with mental health, that you can come back and it can be done. Everybody out there who has the same problems that I've been suffering with, I did that for you guys.
Give it up for the Gypsy King!
What was a shame afterwards, he couldn't even acknowledge that he got beaten by the better man, which I thought was a bit of a shame because I quite liked Deontay.
I just want to let you know that I am here. Your king is here.
He couldn't come to terms with the fact that he lost. He was looking for excuses.
In boxing, denial is one of the most feared opponents.
And we ain't going nowhere.
He allowed himself to get crazier with his excuses and reasons for defeat.
The suit was too heavy. Somebody poisoned his water. Tyson had fixed gloves.
He said I had blunt objects in my gloves. The actual truth is I did.
did have something blunt in them. 2 19 stone 11 destroyers, wrapped up in a small piece of gauze, wrapped in leather.
I don't believe he ever looked in the mirror and said, Deontay, you got smashed to bits by the better man on the night. He needed to acknowledge what Tyson Fury was capable of.
He was still coming up with new reasons 17 months later.
I am a king. You can't take my pride. I'm a king that will fight to the death. We will rise again.
Days after Fury reclaimed his throne, the world had to lock down. As fear stalked the streets, Tyson retreated to the comfort of his family.
45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50!
But his mind shifted to a rival closer to home.
If Wilder don't happen, let's do Joshua in December. Why not? It's a boxing match, let's get it on. You know, I'm ready to go now. I could fight him in that ring tonight, don't really matter. I still kick his ass.
Over 4,000 miles away, Wilder demanded that there must be a third decisive fight. Fury and Joshua had been confirmed. But Wilder's drive for redemption cut through the contracts, and the trilogy was on.
The months and weeks and hours and days and minutes before the third fight are a contrast between the camps.
Go forward with the 2 jabs. I'll put the parry hand there. That's it, right. Let's go.
Deontay Wilder has at least done 1 or 2 things to change it. Mark Breland's been sacked.
I don't want just going out here throwing punches. This is surgical. We're marinating Fury. We about to cook his ass.
Malik Scott gets elevated to chief trainer. It looks like Wilder's a little bit sharper. At the same time, Tyson Fury is having to deal with the premature birth of his latest child.
He had that many problems leading up to this trilogy that it was mind-boggling. 3 weeks before, he was laid on all-day hospital floor, awaiting bad news, terrible news.
I had a great training camp, best ever.
That's not legit.
I know, but
your daughter was
I'm not
in
here to
intensive
make
care.
excuses. Like, oh, I was in hospital with a baby. I had COVID twice or whatever. That's not really their concern, that's my business.
I moved in the hospital with him. It's probably the most stressed I've ever seen him. And I said, look, your daughter, you've been down this road like she has. You're here, she'll be here. But I had doubts.
I was born and I died 3 times. I was 7 weeks premature.
I'm not going to take anything away from Deontay Wilder by saying I only had 4 weeks to train for that fight, because that's not his fault. If I wasn't right, then I shouldn't have took the fight.
He come out to me and said, she's gone. I don't want to go there again. It made me ill. It was terrible. He come out seconds after. We've got her back. I said, there you are. We're back batting.
Tyson Fury was not ready at that point for a fight like that. That fight should have been called off. Of course it should have been called off.
Just here feeding my little girl. Off the ICU, on the mend.
How possibly could Tyson Fury's head be in the right place?
He was injured, both elbows.
A 4-mile run there with my dad in the park here in Liverpool. Hope with the God that the baby gets out of hospital on Wednesday and I can start training for the big dosser.
Couldn't complete a 3-mile jog with me. His lungs was on fire. On top of all his problems, the grand finale was Wilder. And I thought, you know what, this is suicide.
This right here is redemption, retaliation, retribution.
This man, he's coming to redeem himself.
And I know for facts he haven't trained as hard as I've trained. He don't want it as bad as I want it.
Malik Scott, I got to give him credit. He did make adjustments, and I knew we had a problem.
I'm happy I came on when he's fighting, in my opinion, his best opponent in the trilogy, in the prime of his career. Because I believe, 1, this is the time he need me the most. 2, this is time he's at his best. I'm training the best Deontay Wilder. And 3, it's a resurrection in a sense type of moment for him after he do this. when you have an athlete that's receptive and wanted for himself more than you wanted for him, already with his killer instinct, I just don't see how we can miss. We won't miss.
I ain't come to do nothing but get back what's mine. And I want it back in blood.
Wilder said that I only won the second fight because I cheated. But then he goes and changes his whole team and does all this extra training and trains as hard as he's ever trained and bring on all his team and all that. So I asked the question is, if I only won because I cheated, what was the point in changing everything and doing all this other work? Can anybody answer that question? I know he can't, doesn't have the brains to.
This is a real trilogy. It's a deserving trilogy. These guys have knocked each other down. These guys have a real beef. You could put these two guys in almost any era and they would have been able to hold their own.
It's just been an emotional roller coaster, but we're here. Big fans of boxing. It's getting a real treat with this one. It's gonna be a good one while it lasts.
Las Vegas, the fight capital of the world, and the waiting here is over. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder set to meet for the third time.
Hey, come on! So, we're here, my boy!
Yes, here again!
So, how are you? Good to see you again. Most fights, big fights on the world's biggest stage, they all feel the same. The big arenas, a lot of people watching around the world, all the cameras, lights and action. It's like a pantomime show.
What all I've been training for, everything I've been preparing for the last 20 months, the sacrifice, the dedication, the heartaches and pain. Somebody got to pay for this.
Have you got a towel? Jay, how have they sent you here again to do this job? You missed knuckle dusters last time. Make sure you've got a good view of this time, Jay, yeah?
He's had issues in training camp, he's had issues family. He needs to somehow find a career best performance tonight. If there's not a career best performance, I believe he's going to get stopped.
Where's that, Scott? Where's that? Probably downstairs.
How's it look, Frank?
How does it look? $1 million.
Don't look like Leonidas.
God has to touch him. I ask you to touch him in the name of Jesus. Let this run down from his face.
The atmosphere was brilliant. The audience were really engaged with it. Just after COVID, so everybody's pleased to be out.
There were no Brits in the arena, but you wouldn't have known that. I remember walking to ringside where our commentary team, Richie Woodall and John Rawlin, were sat. And I remember the two of them standing up and all three of us taking deep breaths that something incredibly special was about to start.
We are Spartans!
He looks pretty cool and composed as he makes his way slowly across the floor of this mighty arena towards the ring.
Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to remind you, protect yourself at all times. Obey my command. God bless you both. Catch up.
All the talking over, the fight now about to begin. Wilder on the front foot, nothing from Fury so far. There's the right hand that he's looking for. Fury able to evade it.
This is a good start for Deontay.
Wilder deserves an amazing amount of credit because he was the one who set out to make it different.
It was a new Wilder. Malik Scott was a genius.
Long jab to the body, crouch down.
But then Tyson adjusts. He just adjusts little angles.
Tyson thinks, right, I've got to get to you here.
As we move into the last few seconds of an opening round, but that's a big right hand from Fury. Maybe the best shot of the fight so far, but Wilder thinks he's done enough to win the opening round.
So Tyson just sussed him out towards the end of the round and got more aggressive, and he did there. Better from Tyson Fury.
Fury onto his toes now. There's the right hand from Wilder, but returned with interest from Fury, and the fight is starting to warm up here in the second. Wilder trying to land that chopping right hand. He's gambling.
Yeah, he's gambling in a big way.
And he lands one.
Well, he lands one, but again, Tyson Fury moving away. He's not bringing him onto the shot. That's the problem you've got with Tyson Fury. He's not coming over his front foot there. What an action-packed fight this is.
Wilder just going for that swinging right hand over the top. Fury more straighter, accurate shots from the champion.
There's Animate. Oh, he's got a big right hand. Down. He goes down. It was the right hand that did the damage. And Wilder is down for the count in the third round. 30 seconds to go still. And he has now had the first big attack, the first big significant attack. And Fury is poised and waiting now to step in and try and finish it. Right here.
Super.
He's got him again. And he's holding on desperately here, Wilder. A huge round for Fury. And Wilder is all over the place. And can he go again? There goes the bell. He is literally saved by the bell. A massive, massive round for Tyson Fury.
The whole fight was just so dramatic. Courage, everything was there. It's not one boxer that makes a fight, it's two.
Fury is on the front foot, looking to impose himself again. There he gets a left elbow. It's a big one from Wilder. And down goes Fury. What a turnaround. Huge right hand. And now it's Fury who takes a count. Wow, what a punch.
Incredible shot from Deontay Wilder.
That punch sent shockwaves down his body like a jelly wobbling on a plate.
Tyson Fury coming forward, got a little bit complacent, walks onto a shot, but we know he can recover. He's no more hurt than Wilder was earlier. They've both been in exactly the same position. Who wants it most? Who's got the bigger heart?
And now Wilder's looking to finish it.
Deontay Wilder still had that burning ambition to prove himself as the best heavyweight in the world.
He was ready to do anything to win.
Fury's having to cover up. What a fight we've got here. Another big right hand just missed him by fractions. There's one from Fury. And it's an absolute violent brawl. And down goes Fury for a second time.
When he goes down the second time in the fourth round, he's really hurt. And his eyes then are completely gone.
I didn't think he was going to get up. I was getting out palpitations. I thought I was going to have to go to Patmouth Hospital, to tell you the truth.
The upset is on. Is it going to be redemption? The clock ticking down.
Is Fury going to recover from this?
I baptized you. One punch is all it takes. May God have mercy on your soul.
The upset is on. Is it going to be redemption?
No one has the devastating power that I have. Lights out, Gypsy King.
Tyson Fury is the heavyweight champion of the world.
I've been searching the world for somebody to better me. The beast, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury.
Just about coming to the end of the fourth round. A second knockdown. It's going to be a 10-7 round for Deontay Wilder.
Absolutely incredible. One of the best couple of rounds you never see in a heavyweight fight.
An electric atmosphere here in Las Vegas.
Let's go! Let the jab go to work. Okay. He can't throw the right hand if you jab it. Quit trying to duck walk in. Jab, man. Just jab the goddammit. The simple in the book.
He thought, right, dogfight. If his conditioning would have been better, he'd have boxed more. But it was a fight. Neither man was thinking of anything else but hurting the other one and knocking the other one cold out.
Good shots. Both of them landing heavily, almost simultaneously. Well, who's your money on now? I tell you what, it is that sort of fight. One big punch either way could settle it. Remember, it was stopped in the 7th round last time. We're in the 6th here, and Fury finishing on the front foot. Wild right hand from Wilder.
Not good sign from Wilder, throwing a right hand that wasn't there.
Forward time! Attack!
Oh, what a shot, Tyson Fury. Wilder's still dangerous, but like I say, his desperation with that right hand. He's tiring by the second here.
Fury starting to take. Fury took. He's got him! He's got him! He's a right hand! Went right down to his boots, and he's holding on in desperation now here.
The pace. Oh, he's going to go. Big shot.
Staggered back drunkenly. Looked as though it could have been all over in the 4th. That seems an awful long time ago now.
That's a shot from Deontay Wilder.
And he's showing absolute warrior instinct tonight. Fury looking for him again, and the referee's keeping a very close watch. Last 10 seconds of the round. Big uppercut from Wilder this time, and he finishes as the aggressor. Oh, what a round!
You couldn't help but be moved and committed by what you were seeing.
How can you have a heavyweight title fight that's like that has so many cliffhangers and so many reverses and so much heart and desire?
3 rounds to go.
Wilder just dangerous with the odd shot here, and nails him.
Down yet again, and the referee will want to make absolutely certain that he's okay to continue. Is he happy? He lets him go on.
He's still in there.
And still trying to throw big uppercuts. He's going to go again. Fury right cross and an uppercut. Wilder holding on.
I couldn't believe Wilder staying in the fight.
Even in the closing stages, still he had that extraordinary belief, and he kept on coming.
How is he staying upright? On the receiving end of some huge punches, but still throwing one of his own and another. And he's got Fury going now. Can he turn it round? Oh, astonishing!
You could see he was gone, but he was still dangerous. He is a fighting man. That's what he is. I mean, it's inside his heart. He's got fighting spirit, a fighting heart. But also, that's the same with Tyson.
What a turnaround in the last 10 seconds. Where did he find that from?
Just when you think he's completely finished, he just pulls something out of the bag.
6 minutes left.
Wilder, how he's kept going, it's incredible. Oh, what a punch!
That one landed as clean as it has done so far. Wilder showing tremendous heart, staying on his feet.
Fury trying to push him away to give space to land more big shots of his own to try and finish Wilder. How on earth is Deontay Wilder staying upright?
There was a super left hook that went to the body there, and Fury's just hurt him again with an uppercut. It could be all over now.
Will be now.
When I hit him with that left hook, right hook, and I just walked off and didn't even look at him on the floor, I knew he wasn't getting up. I felt my fist bury into his temple.
Watch that ending in slow-mo as Wilder just turns and faces oblivion and he's going down. Just that in itself, you just watch that, you know you've seen something special.
And I thought if he gets up from that, fair play. That's why I ran and jumped on the ropes. I wasn't even looking at him. I actually didn't see him fall. I just went crack, crack, and ran away.
It was just a staggering ride, a brutal ride.
Fury's already celebrating, and the fight is all over. It's all over, and Wilder is beaten, and Fury in the 11th round gets the stoppage he craves. Sensational fight, brilliant ending.
It was a performance of incredible bravery from Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder showed real heart or warriors fighting out that night.
He gained respect throughout the boxing world.
Fury has dismantled Deontay Wilder and turned the fight around.
Tyson said it's a great fight, well done, and he just didn't want to look up. Tyson was a bit annoyed with that.
Got to be fair and square tonight, that's it. I respect because I'm a man. Don't show sport, don't show back sport. You're not fair and square.
I call him a sore loser. Nobody likes losing, but, you know, sometimes you have to lose in order to win. If you get beat by a better man, the first thing you need to do is shake his hand and congratulate him. Be a man, suck it up, look at where you went wrong, and hopefully try and move on from it. Not be bitter and twisted.
Whether he was being a bit of a jerk about it or not, I don't know. He wasn't in good shape.
Thank you very much.
Tyson. Talk to me about the emotions of that one. It's been a roller coaster, this entire trilogy. It was not just the first one, the comeback, everything. The second one, the title, this one. Finishing the trilogy with the best fight of the lot.
Yeah, it was a great fight. Credit to me and Wilder. We put it all on the line tonight for the fans. It's never over until it's over, as Wilder proved and as I proved. Got caught, back of the head as well. Off balance, a bit dizzy. I thought I was looking at the referee for the count. I ain't going to stay down. I told him, see, you can beat me, knock me spark out, then I've lost. Failing that, I'll come back and I'll hunt you down.
Me and Wilder, we've been good for each other. We've made each other a lot of money over the years. It's been a hell of a journey.
Great fighters are made out of great fights. And I think in their own way, all three of the Fury-Wilder fights were fights which are going to live on probably forever.
Are you not entertained? There were exciting fights to be in and to be part of. Not too shabby.
That moment is past and let it be done. Like, let Wilder finally accept the fact that he's been beat, and hopefully we can go home and have a bit of time at home with the kids now.
They were three great fights, but they were three different fights.
There were 20 knockdowns in each fight, and Deontay Wilder did his part. He nearly beat me.
Thankfully, about 48 hours after the fight, Wilder puts out what I consider an apology to boxing and to the Fury family and to Fury specifically. Because he says, look, I got beat. He finally says, I got beat by the better man.
It's the human dimension which is as powerful in this trilogy, I would say, as any that I have witnessed. And all fighters need help to be elevated by their opponents. But Fury has proven to be the master of his time against all the odds.
He's the man. He's the man of his generation, and you know it's got to be someone special to beat Tyson Fury.
I told you I'd do it. I did it. Beat the Dosser yet again. He's my son. I've never seen a human being like him ever. For mine, when he's the best that's ever been, you know, because where he's been.
To get back from where he was incredible anyway. Forget about the boxing. He got himself back into living. The boxing was the cherry on the cake.
Only a few years ago, I was like very out of shape, not boxing anymore. And to go from there to where I am now, it's definitely a miracle, isn't it? It's like a gift from God. No one knows how well he was. This man has proved he has superhuman inner strength to come back from death's door.
Tyson Fury in the ring is the calmest part of the roller coaster that is his life. Out of the ring, Tyson has to combat his inner demons. His toughest opponent now is probably himself.
If I didn't train and just ate all the time and drank pints and pints of beer, I'd be back up to 27, 28 stone quite quickly, within a year, I reckon. So it's very easy for me to go back there. I don't want to. You can never escape mental illness, but you can maintain. To be where we are today, I keep thinking I'm still asleep, and I'm going to wake up and think it's all never took place. That's how bizarre it is. It's been a roller coaster. Maybe in 20, 30 years, when I look back at it all, it'll mean something to me then, but for now, it's just living daily, day to day. That's all we can do. Enjoy it while it lasts, because nothing lasts forever.